Hello, everybody. Here's what's up. After a couple days of contemplation, I wanted to address my last video. Um, I probably shouldn't have posted that video. It was mostly out of frustration that I made that video, but and neither here nor there. It was out there for a while. I took it off YouTube because there were some things said, and rightly so, things I shouldn't have said on that video that I am apologizing for right now. Um, it is tough for me as a former coach of youth programs to transition into a fan role opposed to a coach role. Anybody who's done this understands what I'm talking about. So it's very difficult for me, after coaching these young men for 7 years in 3 different sports, to turn into a fan instead of a coach. It's very difficult. Um, those of you who've never coached won't understand what I'm talking about, but it's very difficult not to get frustrated because of this. Um, things I said on my last video were unfair. Saying that the coaches don't know what they're doing, that's an unfair statement. I think the frustration I have was, and I had and have, is I'm not used to seeing them being coached differently. Because we all would want to do things differently because you want to do things the way you did them. So I'm not saying that what they're doing is wrong. I'm not saying what I would be doing would be right. I'm just saying I'm not used to seeing a different style of coaching, is all I'm saying. So I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings or stepped on someone's toes on my last post. Um, it is what it is. It's out there. It's done. Um, there was a comment made, and I'm a little disappointed with the comment that was made. But I'm not going to address it fully. That person knows who they are. Let's just say I would do anything to be able to be a coach at some level, at some point in time in the future of Schuylkill Valley, at 2 different sports, baseball or basketball. I would love that opportunity. Whether I get it or not, I doubt it. You know, it's hard to get in sometimes when you're not really, how can I put this? You're not really respected enough as a youth coach to. They don't think you know anything about coaching past the youth level, and I think it's a sad situation that that's the thought process, that youth coaches don't have the ability to coach past the youth level, and I think it's a very unfair statement. I mean, I'm not saying I'd be a good coach at the at the junior high level or the high school level. I know I would do the best I could, and I think I would be okay. I mean, I'm not going to brag myself up if I don't know. But given the chance, I think the school will be pleasantly surprised. I'm a very passionate guy. I wouldn't call myself loud on the bench. I'd call myself um, encouraging. Um, I have a drive. I think kids feed off of the the energy of your coach. I think they play harder when you show them you care. And I'm not saying none of these coaches have that issue. I'm sure they care. They wouldn't be doing it. But I just want people to understand that I'm having a hard time transitioning into a fan. So a little leniency, a little leeway would be appreciated in that situation. Um, that's all I want to say. I'm not going to move on and repeat myself over and over again because my wife says I do that all the time. So that's all I have. Everybody have a great day. And again, those of you who shared this last video with individuals, I encourage you to share this video with individuals and maybe reconsider your comment that was made toward me. A little harsh, little outside the box, not understanding where I was coming from, and pretty much unfair of a statement that was made. So just try to understand. It's going to take us coaches a couple months to transition into a fan from a coach, and we're going to have our disagreements in our head about what's being done and how it's being done because we're human. And I just have to learn to keep those comments to myself because nothing productive comes out of being nasty about what I might think should or should not be done on and off the court. So, that being said, everybody have a great day. Update on my health issue. We'll transition to that. I'm getting stronger every day. I'm having issues with certain food intakes. Certain things. Yesterday morning I had scrambled eggs, and it felt great. I'm trying to get enough protein in my body, enough liquids in my body. And this morning I also had scrambled eggs, and today it didn't sit well with me. I'm a little on the upset stomach area. And it's just so hard to figure out what I can and can't eat, and the amounts I can eat, and do I eat till I'm full? Do I eat just enough to, get some energy? I'm having a hard time figuring that out. I'm not a very regimented, write everything down kind of guy, and I really got to try to do that, I think, moving forward in my life because of my situation has dramatically changed. When you no longer have a large intestine, you really have to measure out how you eat, what you eat, how much you eat, how often you eat. So I'm trying to figure that out, and what to drink, how much to drink, water versus Gatorade. I know it's got to be at least 50% has to be some kind of Gatorade, Powerade, electrolyte drink, in order to keep up the energy and the sugars and the salts, because your large intestine helps pull out liquid and salt. Doctor told me I need to salt my food decently well, not over salt, but I need more salt than I normally would have to have because I no longer have that part of my body that helps pull salt away. So I'm working on that. Sleeping's always an issue because of sleeping on your side. I can sleep on my right side, but I can't sleep on my left yet. I'm still having a lot of pain when I sleep on my left. My incision, I think it's getting better. It's starting to close. It's hard to tell. I just wish it would close quicker. It's bothersome sometimes. Bending over to tie my shoes, it's a little bit painful yet. I have a nurse coming in once a week. I was told to not be afraid to try to drive. So I took my son to school this morning. We had a 2-hour delay because of the snow. It wasn't bad. I can do the short trips, I think, no problem. So I'm working on it here and there. So otherwise, I just feel so frail still. Everyone always just keeps commenting how thin I look. My son says he doesn't like how I look this thin. He wants me to start working out as soon as I can and bulk up again. My large intestine alone probably weighed 15 pounds. Who knows? That's, and when you're on a liquid diet for a few days and your stomach tends to want to shrink a little bit after a surgery like this, and it's tough to measure how you can gain your weight back. And I don't know how much I want to gain back. Obviously, I want to get up to at least 175, 180, and that's what my goal is. So just pray for me on that issue. The boy has a game today at Brandywine, 3:45, and then I have practice tonight with my 6th grade kids. So I'm looking forward to our season this year. They're really looking good. They're quick, they're fast, they're good kids, and I really think we're going to have a nice year this year. I will miss a few games when I get the reversal surgery in the end of the month here. I'll miss at least one if I get it done on the 24th, and I'll miss 2 if I get it done on the 31st. Then it'll give me 3 weeks to recover, and then I hopefully will be well enough. We planned a Disney trip last year, February 20th, so I will miss a game or two, at least one game that week and some practice. So it wasn't planned out that way. I didn't think that we were going to have a game. The schedule initially said we weren't going to, but now we do on a Saturday when we get back. So I'll probably be late coming back for that game. But I just hope the parents and the kids understand I didn't plan to do that to them. But then the playoffs start, a week or two after that, so we should be prepared for that, no problem. So anyhow, that's it. Otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. It's, the snow we had last night. I don't know if I probably shouldn't. I won't. I'll let the sun melt the snow on the sidewalk, because I don't know if I can push myself that far. So it's funny. It's going on, let's see, going on 5 weeks now since the surgery. It's just not moving fast enough for me. The healing process is so slow. I mean, I've gone online and watched videos of people who've had this procedure done, and then they seem to recover a lot faster. I mean, maybe because I'm a little older than they were. I mean, this one girl, she's running half a marathon a month after she had her colon taken out. And I find that hard to believe. I mean, I'm a month out, and I couldn't even imagine running across a street. So I don't know. It's difficult to deal with, but that's what it is right now. So don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna try to start a new channel. I think with something different. Maybe a top 10 channel of something. I just got to work on editing stuff and putting videos within your videos. I don't know how to do that stuff yet. It's difficult to navigate YouTube sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing. So that's all I got. Again, be patient with me. Anybody who's critical of my comments from last video. I said some things I shouldn't have said again. And just to put it in perspective real quick, as a parent of a child who plays a sport, if in fact the individual who was very harsh on me knows that you have thought things in your head about coaches in the past that you didn't like about what they were doing, or you had an opinion about the frustration of why this was happening or why that was happening, but you never said it out loud. And if you deny that, you're probably lying to yourself, because we all have done it as parents. I mean, I know my dad has done it in the past when I played. It is what it is, and it's a fact of nature. So take that in consideration before you crucify me. So have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe.